Hey you guys, it's Veena Crownholm. I'm here on the red carpet for Alita Battle Angel, an epic adventure about hope and empowerment brought to you by James Cameron and Robert Rodriguez. This is going to be an amazing red carpet, an amazing movie out in theaters on February 14th.
You know, what did you learn? I talked to Robert about what he learned from the way you make films. What did you learn from the way that Robert makes films that was great to file away and know?
I've been going to school on Robert since I met him. You know, when I first walked into his house and he showed me that he had cleared all the furniture out of his living room and put in an Avid. And I thought, I could do that. And so then I became an editor. I mean, I was never an editor before that, you know. Now I've been an editor on all my films subsequent to that. But yeah, I've been learning from him for 25 years that I've known him. And he's always been inspirational to me, just with his kind of, you know, out of the box thinking. I mean, look at Sin City. I'm going to get a green screen, and I'm going to use a steering wheel and put the rest of the car in later. That's nuts, but it worked. Stylistically, it was beautiful. It was a reduction. I call it reductionist filmmaking. He basically invented it, and other people have gone to school on it since then, like 300 and so on. You know, I mean, but he was the first. So, you know, I learned from him. I think what I learned from him on this film is just, I got to watch him at work on the set very briefly, but he's just a very mellow dude. You know, when they're setting up the lights, he gets out his guitar and plays guitar while they're setting up the lights. I'm like, move that 10K, move that, get that cable. You know, it's just a very different energy. I thought, well, maybe I don't have to do all that stuff. We can make a movie that looks this good without yelling at anybody.
Your movies always have like a big challenge to them. I'm talking to Wet of the guys, and you're trying to evoke the original source material.
Yeah.
You want sci-fi realism in there, and you want the heart, and you want these characters to feel real. Tell me about what was exciting about executing all of that and getting it to where you needed it to be.
Well, Weta stripped down their facial performance pipeline and rebuilt it using deep learning algorithms. Really, I mean, they literally rebuilt it. I mean, it was great on Avatar. It was groundbreaking on Avatar. They rebuilt it, started over, and built it to a higher level. And they're doing that yet again for the Avatar sequels. So it's a constant battle. It's a constant uphill battle, very, you know, Sisyphus-like, to always stay up to audience expectation. But we knew with this film in particular, because she's basically human in the sense of, you know, our skin tone and that sort of thing, that she had to play as if she's a human being with just exceptionally large eyes. You had to never doubt for a split second her physical reality, and I don't think you do. I don't know if you've seen the film, but from what I can tell from everything that's been said or written about the film, and anecdotally just from people that I've talked to, nobody doubts her reality whatsoever. So that hurdle has come and gone, in a sense. It's behind us now.
You mentioned the Avatar films. You're an explorer when you're not being a filmmaker, and when you're being a filmmaker.
Yeah.
What was fun about bringing the explorer side of yourself to exploring this world you created and going to different places in it?
Sure, it's exactly right. I mean, I saw a glimpse of Pandora when I wrote the first film. Now I'm going to other places on Pandora and imagining those. Of course, we're not discovering what's already there. We're sort of painting in a dreamlike way ahead of ourselves before we turn the corner. You know what I mean? The artists are ahead of me, already sort of imagining it. So the way I like to think of it is I create the provocation, and then the best artists in the world interpret it, and then they show it back to me. And it's a joyful feedback loop. You know, willing an entire planet into existence, and then populating it with really interesting people that are having a really bad day, because that's what movies are about. So it's always about your worst day. Yeah.
Absolutely. And really quickly, almost exactly 21 years ago was the premiere of Titanic.
Yeah.
How often are you in touch with Kate and Leo?
Well, Kate was worked on Avatar 2 and 3,
Yes.
and I think I just emailed with her a couple days ago. Leo and I collide mostly in the environmental circles, because he's doing a lot of good work around climate change and the environment and sustainability and so on. And you know, I like to think I'm doing my part in that.
Absolutely.
Although we're not collaborating directly, but we sort of cross paths all the time in that world.
Would you work with Leo again?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's more up to him than to me. It's a no-brainer for me.